Hey everybody, it's Cheryl. Welcome back to Technique of the Week. It's week number 8, and this week on Technique of the Week, we're going to be talking about creating your very own custom stamps with the Silhouette Mint printer. It's like an actual printer that allows you to print your own stamps. So this is the device, and as you can see, it's got a couple of slots. That's where the printer cartridge goes. What you're going to do is you're going to install the software that comes with the Silhouette Mint. You're going to put that onto your computer, and once you have that installed, you're going to connect your printer and your Silhouette Mint printer, I should say. And once you have that connected, you're going to go ahead and design your stamp. Now for me, I wanted to put my skull and cross needle image that I sell on my t-shirts. I wanted to make that into a stamp. So what I did was put that into the software, sized it for the stamp that I wanted it to be on, and then once I had that done, I went ahead and sent the image to the printer. And then what you do is you take one of these cartridges that look like this, and you insert it into the Mint printer, and once you're ready to print, it actually prints out your very own stamp. Then you break this apart and adhere the printed stamp surface to your stamp, and then what you have is a stamp that sort of looks like this. Now, this is a little bit different than the stamps that you might have already worked with. In fact, we worked with one earlier this week, earlier in the Technique of the Week series. And this is a stamp where you are going to pre-ink it with the ink that comes with the Silhouette. Now, there is a printed part, which is the part that you have, your image that you want to have actually stamped out. That's the part where you're going to want to place the ink onto the stamp. Now again, this is, like I said, a little bit different than regular stamps, because when you stamp, it's sort of like pressing the ink out of the surface that's been printed. So it's not actually a raised up surface. I don't know what I expected when I purchased it. I actually maybe thought that this was actually going to create that raised surface, but instead it's sort of like almost like a felt or a foam surface, and what you've done is etched into the plastic coating on top of it. So unlike when I had taught this on an earlier Technique of the Week series video, you're not going to want to put your fabric down onto a soft surface like we did with the Steady Betty. You want to actually put this onto a hard surface. You're going to want to get your fabric nice and flat, and you're going to want to then put it on a hard surface and then stamp. Now the thing about these stamps is you're going to need to re-ink it probably about, I would say, about every 2 or 3 stamps worth, especially on fabric, because the fabric's going to pull more ink out. But the image on the on the fabric was very sharp, and I was very happy with that. So what I did was I created sort of an all-over effect with my fabric, sort of like a, stamped everywhere, and then four-patched this with 2 different fabrics that I stamped, and then I put this applique here in the center. So I actually had a really good time trying this out, and of course I can't wait to create more stamps. There is a limit to the size. I think 45 by 45 centimeters is the biggest that will go through the little printer. So there's going to create small stamps, but they can create very long stamps. So I think 45 by 90 centimeters is another size that you can get. So anyway, give this a try, the Silhouette Mint. You'll be able to print your own stamps. Be sure to follow along on my blog at www.muppin.com. You can also subscribe to this channel and get a copy of this video in your newsfeed every single week. And you can also subscribe to my newsletter on my website and get a copy of the 52 Technique of the Week checklist so you can follow along right along with us. So thanks, have a great day, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!